So here we are at the start of the Fawley Challenge Cup. On the left of your picture, the Marlow-based school, Sir William Borlase, and on the right, all the way from Melbourne in Australia, Scotch College. And if you've joined us for this transmission from Australia, we welcome you. I'm not sure quite what time of the night it is, but this is going to be one humdinger of a race. Borlase, the Marlow-based school, at the top of your picture, and they're ready to go. Blades just dipping gently in the water. That's Ed O'Neill in the bowman, furthest away from you, just keeping his bows straight. It's a tricky course to steer. That's Berkshire Bank on the left-hand side, and they've got off to a really nice, easy start. Scotch College, the Melbourne-based crew, big lads, aren't they? Really powerful, powering off. That might be a little bit of an advantage they've got early on there, Becca.
Yeah, they're really big lads, and I know that the whole squad has been over in the Netherlands for 3 weeks training on the Bosbaan. They've got an 8 here as well as their quad.
Yeah, Scotch 8, of course, won the event in 2017. They beat all the big schools to do that, and it was a fantastic crew that took that title. This is their rowers, as far as I'm aware, 9 to 12. And as you heard Becca say, they have been training on the Bosbaan, which is that beautiful course in Amsterdam, where the water's always good and conditions are always quick. But this is a match-up between two fantastic crews. Scotch College, I know, Rebecca, you know something about their coaching programme over the last couple of weeks or a few months.
Yeah, Tom Woodruff's the head coach there, and he very kindly gave me a little bit of background on this crew, and he told me that Olympic legend Peter Anthony has been coaching them and is quite possibly in the umpire's launch now watching this race.
Yeah, so Peter Anthony, the diminutive lightweight who went on to win an openweight Olympic gold medal in the 1992 Olympics in Barcelona with Stephen Hawkins, beat Austria and Netherlands if memory serves, and fantastic crew that Ants rode in. He's still a pretty active veteran rower, and there we're looking at the Borlase crew. It's pretty nip and tuck in this early stages of the race, and we can see Ollie Lane in the stroke seat, the 17-year-old, been rowing since he was in year 9, and became British champion in the summer of 2016. Success in small boats events, but obviously really favoured by his coach Tom Wilkinson, director of rowing at Borlase, to sit in the stroke seat of this powerful crew. Not much between the two of them at the moment, Becca.
No, a little bit of a light tailwind, a little cross tail, as you can see from the flags there, just moving a little lazily. Borlase steering a really good course there. It is incredibly challenging not to be distracted by the booms, and I think looks like Scotch may have got their nose a little bit in front just as they're coming through there. Looking at the progress board, you can see the lanes 2 and 1 on the left-hand side. Yeah,
so we're looking at Scotch College on the left of your picture, the crew from Melbourne in Australia. The school founded in 1851. Beautiful campus Scotch College has on the banks of the Yarra River, which is where all the rowing is done in Melbourne, and they are taking a definite and maybe race-winning lead early on in this race. We're not quite at halfway, and they haven't really been pushing, it seems to me. No overt bursts or pressures, but it's just a relentless kind of rhythm that their stroke man, Leo Price, has set up. Just give you a name check on that crew. That's Gus Permzil in the bow seat. Ben Simmons is in 2 with the hat on. Bow's closest to us. Jack Cameron in the 3 seat. The big monster man providing the power, backing up for Leo Price in the stroke seat. And well, you can see they've nearly got clear water, but not quite. This is a pretty key point in the race, Rebecca.
It is, and I fear that it's possible Sir William Borlase just lost themselves a major amount of distance then. They did a big steer about half a minute ago, away from the buoys, away from the booms, out to the middle of the course, and then they corrected back again. Now, every time you steer a rowing boat, it slows it down.
So this is the Badlands, the middle of the course, where you're away from both banks. There you can't really hear the sound of the spectators. The course joins the Berkshire Bank with all the enclosures on further down, but you're right in the middle here, just past the halfway point. You can see the crews have raced this intently. We've still got a contact there from William Borlase, and there is Ollie Lane in the stroke seat. Really, he's got to keep his wits about him. They haven't let Scotch College go, and Ollie Lane's going to be hoping for some backup from Ben Furley behind him in the 3 seat. Norbert Boller in the 2 seats as we look at Scotch College Blaze and Ed O'Neill, the 17-year-old, up in the bows. They look quite comfortable, don't they?
They do. Both of them about 33, 34 strokes a minute. And comfort in a curious way is what you want in the middle of the race, because you've got to conserve a bit of energy in case you need a sprint finish, but you also can't afford to slip back the advantage that you've already worked to achieve.
So we're looking at a heat of the Fawley Challenge Cup for junior boys quads. On the right of your picture, well, let's look at the left of your picture now. Right in the camera shot is Sir William Borlase School. Winners 3 times of this event in the last 7 years. They won it in 2012, 2014, 2015, when Robin Dow, who's now coaching the Swiss athlete Janine Gemellen, the Swiss silver medalist in the World Championships. And he has been replaced by Tom Wilkinson, and Borlase yet to really figure in terms of, well, certainly winning the event, and at the moment they're going to have a lot to do. That length lead has stayed all the way down the course. As we predicted, it's a close race. We're just watching the crew from Scotch College, Melbourne, just that 1 length in front. There's not a lot of time in a fast-moving boat like the quad to make up this sort of distance.
No, it's really, really hard, and they're going to have to make a serious move now. Of course, racecraft is something that you acquire as you do more and more races, and it really depends on the Borlase crew deciding if they really want to take the rate up early, and taking the rate up will hopefully make their boat go faster, and see if they can close the gap now.
It's very fast conditions, you know. I feel the tailwind blowing into my face down here in the commentator's box at the end of the course, and when it's fast conditions, that early lead is an advantage, because actually there's not enough time in the race for you to sprint back. I think Borlase are coming. I'm looking down the course. They're still just under a length's lead, but that Scotch College crew are so strong. They're coached by such an intelligent, such an experienced rower in the shape of Peter Anthony, the 1992 Olympic champion in men's double sculls. It's hard to see Borlase coming, but they are sprinting, Rebecca.
They are sprinting, and they're getting a very close back to about 2/3 of a length on Scotch College. They're definitely not giving up, coming up to the progress board.
So we've got the last few strokes of this race. It's Scotch College in the lead. You can see the crew on the left. Borlase are sprinting for all their worth. Is there enough in there to get there? Scotch College, I think, are just about going to hold on. We come up to the finish. It's very, very close, that margin. Scotch College did hold on. Borlase came back tremendously well. Ollie Lane, the stroke of the William Borlase crew, lies back in the boat. It was a fantastic race. Verdict under a length. So there's the result. Scotch College Australia beat Sir William Borlase by just under a length.